WHAS 11 Good Morning Kentuckiana starts now with weather first.
6 o'clock in the morning right now on your Monday. It's been a really rough start to the day here for a lot of us. We are watching, though, a sea of green making its way towards us following a series of Sunday storms. We've got a risk of more severe weather to start out your work week. A good morning to you, Kentuckiana. I am Haley Minogue.
And I am Jim Stratman, sitting in for Eric King this morning. Heavy storms again washed away kind of the excitement from Saturday, from Friday, Thursday, all of the races from last weekend. But we got more storms on the way to start out your Monday. Sometimes you just need a pretty dreary Monday to start out the week. It's just what happens.
No, you don't.
It's just what happens. You just got to get through it.
Haley said no, it's never acceptable. But hey, it was Sunday morning. The storms really started to ramp up. We saw 2 confirmed tornadoes. Both were in New Albany. So this is tornado damage. And yes, that's the sky that we're looking at. Portions of the roof of this apartment complex was ripped off from this tornado. 2 injuries at this apartment complex, no fatalities reported. So that was in Indiana. Hopping over to Louisville, we also saw storm damage across town. Some power outages, a lot of trees down from some strong wind gusts right around 8 o'clock Sunday morning. So we have a similar situation, but not as similar, I should say. No severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect. These are just some classic thunderstorms, only gusting up to 30 miles per hour. And it looks like the bulk of the storms are going to miss Louisville off farther south to E-Town. So that's that first round. The second round passing through St. Louis, and it's going to be another line later this afternoon through the evening. I will time out those storms and the weather impacts that we can see in 10 minutes.
Thanks, Colleen. Well, right now, several homes in Kentuckiana are still in the dark after Sunday's severe weather. We're looking at the current outage map for LG&E. Right now, we're seeing less than 500 customers in Louisville who are still without power. Then over across the river in southern Indiana, we know the crew's been working throughout the night as well to try to restore power. We're going to be taking a look right now at the Duke Energy outage map. It's showing that most of the outages in the coverage area have cleared at this point over in southern Indiana. So that is very good news.
Yeah, great news following Sunday's storms. Let's try and take a look at some of this video out of New Albany. It shows some of the damage. National Weather Service does confirm 2 EF1 tornadoes hit the area Sunday. You can see the roofs completely gone from this apartment complex, exposing bedrooms just underneath. Telephone poles snapped, and look at this, business too. It was had the roof peeled off just like a can, right? So this is just some of the damage that we're seeing this morning all across southern Indiana. Yeah,
New Albany tornadoes had peak winds estimated at about 105 miles per hour. We were able to catch up with John Gordon with the National Weather Service, who said that at the time there was an active severe thunderstorm warning, but the tornadoes were a surprise.
For their data, and it kind of showed an area of stability where there's not going to be a spin up down to the surface. And in 2 places right here in New Albany, they definitely had more damage, but we did have a severe out. I wish we had a tornado warning out, and the thing was not even a half a mile. Weather's very interesting.
Gordon says this is one of the reasons that people really need to take severe thunderstorm warnings seriously. Also noting that sometimes severe thunderstorms can cause more damage than a tornado.
Our crews were able to tour some of the hardest hit places in New Albany. Connor Steffen and photojournalist Jessica Farley show us how residents are picking up after the storm.
A tornado touching down.
And our mom came in yelling to get into the bathroom, rush into the bathroom.
Leaving this stretch of New Albany's Grant Line Road shaken.
This one was pretty bad, so I was scared, yeah.
I always seen it on TV, but it's totally different when you're actually going through it.
Some came home to it. Others had no home after it.
Whenever our neighbor's roof flew off their apartment building, yeah, I just kind of heard a big crash and then I just kind of knew.
We're told by neighbors those families are currently displaced, but physically suffered no injuries.
Yeah, it was a scary moment for a little bit. A lot of telephone wires were down, transformer was blowing. It got a little crazy.
Across the street was no different at IU Southeast.
And here on campus, there is quite a bit of damage left behind by the storm. Take a look at right here where I'm standing, right where this tree used to stand actually. And crews say the problem is it'll take about 7 days to clean up all of this damage for the university. That is quite the problem because Monday is graduation day.
We are assessing that this afternoon along with the cleanup of the campus.
How would you describe this damage to someone who's not up on campus?
It's quite a bit. They're not going to get it cleaned up. They'll probably be out here all week, you know.
As of now, hundreds remain in the dark as Duke Energy responds to dozens of downed power lines in Floyd and Clark County. The cleanup continues.
Right now I'm trying to soak everything in
a community looking out for each other.
We take care of each other, and that's what makes us a great place to live and work.
In New Albany, Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
Right now, commencement ceremonies are still on for today at IU Southeast. Crews are working to clear the storm debris littering the campus. In an update on Facebook, university representatives said they'll continue to monitor the weather and will update if there are any changes. Graduation scheduled for 10 o'clock this morning.
There might not have been a tornado that touched down here in Kentucky, but Sunday's morning storms did also cause some extensive damage, especially in places like Shelbyville. Go ahead and take a look at some of this drone video. This is the Black & Decker manufacturing plant off of Taylorsville Road. You can see huge portions of the roof were ripped off and blown and destroyed. Check out this gas station, the Valero gas station. Part of the sign just gone. You can also see one of the pump stations just knocked over because of these strong winds. It just goes to show how powerful these severe storms can be with or without the threat of a tornado.
And more rain is expected in Kentucky today. As you heard, it's possible to see severe weather, so make sure that you are weather aware. You can do so by downloading the WHAS 11 app to get those alerts sent straight to your phone. Now this morning, MSD crews are dealing with a major cleanup of their own. A water main broke in the Portland neighborhood, causing a massive sinkhole on the road. This is 22nd Street and Portland Avenue next to the 22nd Street exit on I-64. The ramp is open. Traffic is being routed around the hole. Louisville Water is working to repair the pipe and road, and there's no word yet on when the work will be finished.
And Colleen, one thing that I think everybody should know is the timing of when this rain today is going to be hitting us.
Yeah, timing is everything because we have two rounds. The first one is right now. It looks like it's not heading towards the metro. In fact, right over Grayson County and Litchfield are seeing some lightning, some heavy downpours, potentially seeing some pea-sized hail in those batch of storms. We have more storms on the way. I will break down those weather impacts coming up in 10 minutes. Sam, what's that one thing we should know about traffic?
And luckily our commute this morning heading into work's looking really nice and smooth. No big issues when it comes to the drive times, but there is a sinkhole if you normally do take 22nd Street towards 64 as part of your commute. It is going to be kind of backed up due to the sinkhole. We do have reported much more coming up on our current drive times momentarily here.